Okay, today we're going to install the Velossa Big Mouth onto the Kia K5. It just came in, everything is custom made. Just keep in mind if you order yours, they don't immediately ship. What they do is they wait until they have enough orders and then they go ahead and ship because everything is custom molded and custom, I guess they use either 3D printing or injection molding to go ahead and build it on demand just to keep costs down. So, but this is what we're going to install. Okay, so the first step is disconnecting your negative battery terminal and then set a timer for 15 minutes. Reason why I do it, just because anything working with the front bumper, I know there's sensors for crash and airbags and stuff like that. Just to be on the safe side, I'd rather just disconnect everything, let it time out, and then go ahead and start disassembling the front bumper. I highly recommend you go to Harbor Freight and get one of these trim kits. It's cheaper to buy one of these than to keep replacing all the stuff as you break with screwdrivers and stuff. So the first step is to turn your wheel so you can gain access to these three rivets to pop out. After you rotate the wheel to the opposite side, go ahead and pop these. Sorry if my arm's in the way. So after you pop the clips, make sure to remove these. So these are the structural screws. Do the same thing on the opposite side. Okay, now we got to start taking off the parts on the top. Starting with the snorkel. Just lift straight up, move it out of the way. Then use your tool. Start popping these clips carefully. Remember where these go. They leave marks, but because there's extra holes that you don't want to accidentally put them in. This may be the scary part. Start pulling this out. Do the same thing on the opposite side. If your car is lowered like mine, you may find it easier to go ahead and lift the front end up to get to the clips underneath the front of the bumper. I think that's cleared now. Yeah, it's cleared on this side. And it's cleared on that side. So here's the moment of truth. And here's a clip that we have to disconnect, connect it to all the front items. I'm actually deciding not to take off that electrical connector. I'll just try to go ahead and install it with that still connected. Keep it in mind not to overstretch that cable. So now I just want to do a test fit to kind of see how it's going to go up underneath here. And align. It's hard to see. I'll bring a light through here. So it is making contact with that. But if you can kind of see in there, the alignment is not perfect. It's close, just not perfect. So just let you know, being honest about it. But I see kind of how it will fit. See how it's lined up. I think I'm gonna make a template, paper template, put it on the top, and then drill my holes that way. Okay, so I made my paper template to match. That way I can get the placement of my holes right. So I'm marking the edge from the edge, because remember, this paper bends. just like the plastic will bend. So you want to stretch the paper. The same way to get it right length. Okay, now with the light, we're going to double check the distance between the markings at the top and the markings underneath. And it is a little bit off. Barely. So lined everything with the holes, trying to be center. There we go. And if we want to be more precise, we can just measure. Okay, get it there. There, that's better. And the same thing with the opposite side. A little bit shorter. And it's a little bit shorter. So we're going to be good there. Okay, the instructions call for a 1/4 inch hole. The bolt is actually 13/64, but I guess a 1/4 inch allows you to slide it around if you need to adjust it. Main thing with these, it says don't over tighten. They come with lock washers. Okay, the nut on these is an 8mm. Let's try to get it loosely fit. so it's snug but not too tight. So now to put everything back on. Make sure you're aligning everything as you go. Would help with 2 people. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and put these back in. Now that I got these centered, or at least a couple to hold it in place. What I don't want to do is actually pop it out again. Okay, so I've got 2 kind of hold it in place. We'll see if this rattles. I sure hope not. Okay. It pops in all around that way. Go ahead and finish doing the top. Okay, all of these are snapped in. I've snapped the corners in on both sides, using gloves, of course. Now we just got to do the underneath and then the wheel wells. Okay, I want to start with the front center. Just it's easier to align everything if the front's aligned in the center. And we'll work our way out. It's it's hard to see, but down there you can kind of see the holes, but basically it's just aligning up from underneath to above. Just use your hand to fill from the other side and make sure it goes all the way in. Because you're lining two holes. There we go. Got the first one. Do the next. Seal up front. Keep everything aligned. So you can't go fast, but just take your time. You're not in a rush. Last thing you want is one of these panels to drop at 70 miles an hour and tear or hit something. There we go. Once you feel it go through to the other side, onto your hand on the back side, then you know you're good to go. There you go. So use the hole right here to kind of fill on the back side to make sure you're locked in. And then if you can see on the right side of the camera, I pull the lip and I can feel it actually engaged. Just be careful working around your lip, because remember that your lip will drag the ground coming in and out of your driveway, so it makes it sharp like a plastic knife. So just work slowly around it. You see it pull? That's how you know you locked it. So now let's go back to the other side. Okay. So I noticed a couple of these popped out. So I'm gonna have to pop it back through. Should have checked all these before I started putting them back together. Let's see how easy or hard this is. Okay, that one worked. So this one, close your eyes. There you go. Okay, not too bad. But yeah, this holds dirt, so when you're popping it back and forth, you want to have your eyes closed. It's grabbing. So far, this job's not a bad job. It just takes time because it's not like a quick pop some screws, pop some bolts, and then put it back together again. These little clips make it a little bit less fun. pull, it locks. Okay, so now we just got to do our wheel. Okay, let's go ahead and put the main anchor bolt back. Not to over tighten, just make sure it's good and snug. Yeah, this one is a little bit more difficult. Got it. So you see how I pulled it back a little bit to get it to go in correctly. And then you have to tuck this in. There you go. We'll start with this one first, then go to the top and bottom. Top and bottom go on a lot easier. Done with that side. Okay. Same thing with this side. We'll go ahead and start here first, just because we had issues with the other side. I think this one held together a little bit better than the other side. The last time I remember, oops, not really. So yeah, this one is a little bit harder to align. There we go. I think that's it. Yeah. So yeah, it's got a little trick to it. But that's why those little tools from Harbor Freight are well worth it. Don't over tighten. And now we can reconnect the negative terminal. I don't know about you, but I'm not gonna leave these silver bolts like that. I have some VHT left over from the intake, the custom air intake I did. So we're gonna cover up those screws. Just take the Q-tip and just dab it on. It's hard to see. Let me get my glasses. It's not working as easy as I thought it would. Let's see. You do have to apply a thicker coat. And once it get on the stuff around it, use your hand against the bumper to stay steady so you don't make a mess. You could use a Sharpie, but I don't think it will come out as nice as using actual paint. You can already start to see the difference. Just be aware this paint dries fast. Might have to spray some more. But it already took the shine off of it. There we go. Already better. I'm gonna spray some more so I can fill up those little holes a little bit. Of course, not fill them up all the way, but you know what I mean. So just get it, make sure it's wet, and then push as much as you can extra into it. And let it run in. Because it's not gonna like fill it, but you'll still be able to get Allen wrench in there. There you go with 2 coats. Looks way better than having silver scream at you. Last but not least, let's go ahead and put the Snorkel back on. There we go. Okay, now I just want to do some test drives to test what the difference is now that I put on the Velossa Tech, and just to kind of see how it works, because that way you can compare it against the results that ZStamp got, because he's running his wide open and I'm running a custom airbox, so you can kind of see the difference with the custom airbox. So right now I've already warmed up my engine basically. It's 62 degrees outside and I'm cruising at like 45, and I already have like 69 degrees. That's IAT, so that's about 7 degrees difference at 45. Just so you can see it live, I'm using my JB4 to do my readouts. And we'll do another test on a highway. This is my highway test. I'm at 72 miles per hour, showing 62 degrees outside. My IATs are right at 73, between 73 and 71. So about 11 degrees, 9 to 11, yeah. So I'm gonna redo my test at 40 miles an hour now that the car is warmed up more. Okay, now I'm doing my 45 mile an hour test again. 61 to 62 ambient, and it looks like 78. Red light. So again, yeah, 61, 78. Sorry about all the bumps. Just want to do some throttle response tests. And this is idle, 59 degrees. And 95. So I'll put the numbers back on the screen so you can see the before and after, and I'll include the numbers from ZStamp as well. Let's see if there's a difference. I just want to let y'all know that the increased airflow did not cause any check engine lights. Okay, I just wanted to record and show you that I have no bugs flying in here. I know some people said they'd get bugs when they use the Snorkel, the big mouth, but everything's clean in my air intake. So I just want to show you guys that.